Just turn it up a bit. Good morning. Well, it's one of those times where I just want to get up as high as I can to catch the first light of the day. That's not a good sight. Just swing you around. Yeah, not good at all. However, did that well, didn't I? However, I am lucky and I have got some light, as you can see there behind me. I'm back in the Lake District, and to be honest, I've missed this place. It's been a good month since I last came here. And even then it was quite a short-ish trip, not so much a hike, but that's exactly what the plan is today. I'm at Patterdale, near Patterdale, part near Brothers Water. Made my way slowly up here. I'm on the path to Hartsop above Howe. The plan today is to bag 5 Wainwrights, so Hartsop Howe, and that will take me up to Hart crag, then up to the highest point of the day, which is Fairfield, which is one of the Lakeland's biggies. Then I'm going to drop down Corford Pike and then head up slightly to St Sunday Crag. Love that felt, I remember it well, some nice rock formations. And then I'm going to head back down to Patterdale. It's around a 10-mile hike today. I've missed the hiking, and also what I've missed is a bit of purpose when I come to the Lake District. Hiking is my passion, there's no doubt about it, combined with photography. But I've noticed since I've completed the Wainwrights, which was what, back in June, July now, I lost a bit of purpose. I know at the time I said I'd return back to my favourite fells and try and capture some better photographic locations. It's not how I think, it's not how I work. My preference is to capture what I find along the way. That is the excitement to me of the photography. The hike and the route is what my passion is, and as I say, if I find something along the way, I find something. So the plan is this, going forward, I'm going to aim to bag the eastern fells. Basically, Lake District is divided into different areas. I've decided to recomplete the eastern fells. I've already done a fair few. Why the eastern fells? No real reason at all. It just happens to be. But all being well, I'm going to bag about 5 today. There's a lovely light going on as well. Weather, no rain forecast. However, I've donned the old jacket because it is a bit breezy. There is a slight wind, but all being well, the rain will not catch me out today. I say catch me out. It's not. I mean, you never know with the Lake District. It could happen. Got to be prepared. I'll show you what I've brought with me today, and I've also made another purchase which hasn't arrived yet, but I'll talk about that in a bit. Did manage to get a couple of shots. That is basically Hart crag. That's where I'm heading. Well, first of all, I'm going to head up here to Hartsop above Howe, then make my way up to Hart crag, and then along up towards Fairfield and back down Sunday Crag. But in terms of photography, I did manage to, as I say, capture a few using the 24-105. And also got up close to the fell itself because there's some nice light. I got here slightly, well, I've been around here about what, half an hour, so nice early morning light. I was toying with the idea of a wide angle. Didn't really think it worked because it needed something as an anchor, but there's a beck there. See that beck there? Nice little meandering which takes the eye up to the crag of the light where all the action is. So fired up a few. Before I continue up to Hartsop above Howe, quick talk about my bag. Now if you follow my channel, I've been through quite a lot of bags, and I'm sure you have as well as photographers. Never quite find the right one. This is what I've brought today. You have seen this before. This is the Low Pro 450 AW flip side. It's a great bag, it really is, in terms of carrying your photography equipment. I've basically got everything in there bar one lens. So I haven't brought the 35mm lens, but as you can see, you know, telephoto, few lenses, all good stuff for all day hiking. However, the problem is it's very, very limited as to what personal items you can bring. Really is tight. Got some butties there, chocolates, sweets, nuts. Really is crammed in. A map, water either side. However, personal effects really is tight, and to be honest, I just want to be a bit more confident. Gloves, waterproof, tucked in some dry sacks there, waterproof pants and jacket, but that's it, really is tight. No real room for a hat. So I have to limit myself. It's good enough, don't get me wrong, it is good enough. However, I just want a bit more reassurance. So for that reason, I've gone ahead and purchased a 50-litre f-stop bag. Yeah, they're very expensive. However, it's an investment. I'm a strong believer in investing for the future. I think it's got a 20-year guarantee on a warranty or something. So that's I believe it's the Talupa. I might have got this wrong. Talupa. It's the new f-stop range. So I've ordered that. So hopefully that will come for next time I'm here. I'm back here 2 weeks time, where I plan to do a long hike. As I say, the reason I've gone for a bigger bag is give me a bit more confidence, where I'll be able to store a bit more personal effects. Weatherproof as well. This has got a rain cover, but I just want less fat. So yeah, it's built very well as the f-stop, as it should be for the price. If you recall, I did have the Whistler Low Pro Whistler, which is an excellent bag, really tough, throw that around, good size as well. However, really uncomfortable over years on the shoulders. So hopefully the f-stop bag will be the bag I keep with for a long time. Right, without further ado, I'm going to continue this hike to Hartsop above Howe and see what the day brings. Look at that, nice shaft of light. Sun's just, you see there, coming over there. Look at a nice shaft of light. That's worth a shot. The GoPro doesn't show it because it's auto exposing for the brightest area. But I'm going to stop, and when I'm here, take advantage of that. This has got to be one of my favourite moments or times of the year. That's autumnal sunshine. Just gives you that sense of well-being, and there's still a slight chill in the air, so you're not too warm. in comparison in the summer when it really is hot and sweaty, makes the hiking quite uncomfortable in a way, but yeah, absolutely wonderful. I still haven't reached my first fell of the day, but time's on my side. Finally, I've made it. It's Hartsop above Howe. There's not a real distinctive cairn from memory or by the looks of it, but look at this light. Look at this light. Another good thing about autumn, low light. I mean, the sun, the low lying, and take the sun out of the scene, out of the frame, you can see. Create some lovely shadows. Really is nice. You also notice that I've taken the jacket off because I got a bit too warm and sweaty. Despite what I said back there, it's really important to try and avoid sweating and stopping because that cools you down. But yeah, gloves are off as well. There's a nice breeze. When I stop, it does obviously cool me down, so it's important just to carry on, but we're not in any danger today. I'm just gonna enjoy this. Beautiful. So I'm gonna head up where I'm at to Hart Crag, then across to Fairfield. So the trees below at Dovedale are getting backlit by the sun, so I'm just gonna try and frame something up here with a 70 to 200. There is a composition simple as using the sweeping motion of the wall. It's coming into the frame and coming out. It's got a nice motion diagonal. There's a couple of backlit trees there as we speak, and there's also something there like a ridgeline backlit trees. What are we on here? F8. And also Fairfield is getting lit up as well by some nice contrasting light. The clouds are building up slowly, and it's doing myself a good favour here. So yeah, wow, up. Clouds as well building up over St Sunday Crag. Let me just show you that. If you can see that. Where are we? Ooh, bit of foreground interest there. That there. But yeah, Fairfield. Nice patchy, contrasting light. I love stuff like that. Okay, let's crack on. Hart Crag, or just below the top of Hart Crag. Look at these, like monoliths. Lovely stuff. Very similar to Dove Crag. I tell you what, that's quite a hard slog getting up here to Hart Crag. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get to the top of the cairn, touch that, and then might have a look around here, see if there's anything worth photographing. I have got my 16mm lens. The problem with that, however, is of course the background. Wide angle lens making the background small, so it becomes insignificant. Right, concentrate, get to the top. So I've come down from the summit cairn just to get away from the crowds. It's quite busy here. It's part of the Fairfield horseshoe. Just to get a bit of peace and quiet, you know. Sit down, grab something to eat. In terms of what I've got today, I've got some tuna Dry roasted peanuts, good for energy, fat, and of course chocolate, and not forgetting the ultimate mountain food, jelly babies. Never leave the house without them. So, bit of rest. Head back up there, see if we can find anything at all worth capturing. There is a nice shot looking towards Windermere. The problem is the light is just bouncing off it. And from there, I'm going to head up to Fairfield, the halfway point and the highest point of the day. So these took my fancy. However, Mum, main problem. Can you guess what it is? Hello. The sun is directly, more or less, behind me, and it's casting a shadow. I'm ruining my shot, but look at them, they're nice. There's a bit of contrast there in the background. St Sunday crag. Typical. 16mm is on. Look around. So what else? You never know. And then, moving further up towards the cairn, you've got this. Windermere. Sun. I'm trying, or I am, avoiding getting the actual sun in the scene. Focusing on these lovely formations of rocks. F14, so I'm quite close, but the key thing is the light on the left hand side of the frame, and I want to enclose the whole of Windermere. Got a nice stream, create a nice diagonal as well. This is all about diagonals, but the 16mm, wow, it just really does emphasise the shot. So I've dropped down from Hart crag and I'm about to make my way up here and then onto Fairfield, but, and I've mentioned the light today, the low angle sun is playing its part. Look at that. I hope you can see that. You obviously got the sun, but look at this meandering line here, right old beck. You got part of the Fairfield horseshoe, great rig, heron, pike. The light is just draped at the side of it. Telephoto time. Beautiful. Windermere. Coniston. Going to play around this. This is lovely. So I want to ensure the sun is obviously out of the frame, and also the sky and sea, because it's just going to compete with each other. Too much contrast. The main feature here is the Rydal Beck and that lovely light. It's just casting itself off heron, pike. I'm just going to home in here. What are we? About 100mm with the lens hood on. It's obviously helping with the lens flare. Lovely stuff. Right, I must get a crack on. What a day. So as I make my way on the motorway up to Fairfield, just look back at what a wonderful display of light we've had today. Absolutely wonderful. I don't plan on staying at Fairfield for long, because then I want to quickly head across to St Sunday crag. But look at this. Oh, wonderful. There's not many days in the hills, fells, Lakeland fells, where all the elements seem to come together. But this day is definitely up there. The light, there's no rain, very minimal wind. It's a nice cool temperature as well. So I'm going to leave you as I make my way to the top of Fairfield, and I'll show you the footage of the remainder of the day as I make my way across to St Sunday crag. I'm sure there's lots more to come. There's some lovely hill fog over Old Coniston, Scaffell Range, could go on. Then there's also looking towards Helvellyn. I'll leave you with some footage and obviously the gallery as well. What a wonderful day. Right, take good care of yourself. Till next time, keep smiling. Bye bye for now. Finally got to the flat plains of Fairfield, the highest point of the day, and hit the cairn before heading north towards St Sunday Crag. There was a technical section to manage and what looked like a daunting task of tackling Cofer Pike. As with many of the dangerous looking craggy sections in the Lake District, it only takes patience and good footing to accomplish them. As I made my way towards St Sunday Crag via Deepdale Hawes, the light continued to put on a show. Looking back towards Grisdale Tarn and beyond, there were opportunities to grab. The light continued until its final curtain call as I approached Birks, my fifth and final fell of the day. Ullswater was looking splendid, and the last act in what was another excellent day hiking the fells of the Lake District.